Hello Airbrusher! A user once asked me to create a film about the correct settings of the Airbrush, which can be read and adjusted here, and the correct settings, the consistency of the airbrush color. I now fulfill this wish with this video. In order to be able to determine the correct airbrush for an airbrush gun, you must first know which model it is. What the equipment does the airbrush gun have? It's the airbrush gun equipped with a screw-on nozzle or a plug-in nozzle. The difference is in the airbrush. A screwed nozzle requires 2.0 bar and the plug-in nozzle 2.5 bar airbrush. This airbrush gun is a model of Harde and Steenbeck The Evolution. It looks like this with a plug-in nozzle. Simply insert the nozzle into the nozzle head and screw it back onto the airbrush gun, and that's it. But science tightness is not as good as with a screwed nozzle. You need a little more airbrush. This should be set to 2.5 bar. And now I show you how it looks in the practice on the compressor. As a demonstration, I have now connected the airbrush gun and show how little the influence on the airbrush is when you start brushing. The pointer moves very slightly to the left. This means that the influence is very small. The low dropping in airbrush therefore has no effect on the spray pattern. Now I show you how important it is to set the airbrush correctly in a practical exercise. I brush with an airbrush gun with a screwed nozzle with an airbrush of 2.0 bar. The point is that the color is very finely dusted. I have completed this exercise. As you can see, the spray pattern has become very fine. Now I show you what the spray pattern would look like if you brush it with the wrong airbrush. I have now reduced it to 1.0 bar. The result is a very coarse spray pattern. I show you that again enlarged. This is the result of the first exercise where I brushed at 2.0 bar with a screwed nozzle. This is the result of the second exercise where I reduce the pressure to 1.0 bar. As you can see, a very round spray pattern that nobody wants. The right airbrush is absolutely essential. The second question from the user was how to adjust the consistency of the flowability of the airbrush paint. This should have the consistency of fresh milk that I once filled in a bottle. Now you probably want to know the best way to find out. Here a few tips from me. I manually brush with airbrush paint from Schminke Aerocolor Professional. When I start a new bottle, which is 250 ml, by the way, which is much cheaper than buying the small bottles, then I do it the following. I pour the contents of the new bottle into a measuring cup and add the same amount of distilled water. Before that, I shake the paint very well and stir the mixture with a spatula. Then fill the paint into the two bottles. Experience has shown that I have the right consistency from 23 years of the airbrush experience that I need. Here's my tip on how to find out if you're brushing with the right consistency. If you start with a newly bought color and don't know whether the consistency is right, but before that is very important to always shake the color very well if you see such bubbles. It has been properly shaken up. First test the paint in its original state, and if you are not satisfied, add on to 5 drops of paint and the same amount of water. Then hold the airbrush gun in front and pull the operating lever back a little. Then the paint is properly mixed with the water. And then you brush once to test how the spray pattern looks like. If you are happy with it, you can brush it with this mixture. Assuming you found out that you can thin your paint 100% for optimal flow, you can do it the following. I make 3 lines on the bottle, that's a total of 40 millimeters. Some from below 10, 20 and 30 millimeters, then you can do the following. In the order not to take a big risk, you fill in 10 millimeters of paint plus 10 millimeters of distilled water. Then you have diluted the paint 100%. Shake up the paint and test the paint. When you are satisfied, you can add another 25% color plus 25% water. Then you have diluted your color 100%. If you are happy with that, you can fill the second bottle with water. I hope you enjoyed the video and above all it's helpful for you. I would appreciate the thumbs up and if you subscribe to my channel for more helpful videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Excuse my English, I am still practicing. Greetings, class.